Heyo, Ember Hearts. Welcome to this episode of Design Challenge Results, where we get the results from our attempts at DreamSnaps in Disney Dreamlight Valley. Guys, we have to see what we got. Now, the thing is, I'm not in this case anticipating a great score. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not anticipating a great score, and the reason is because I still feel like I'm missing something when it comes to DreamSnaps. I know I did the research, I got my 7-step process, and I applied those 7 steps, but I think that there's a gap between my understanding of my practical understanding of the concepts, right? So, still with framing and how to place items. I think that I'm going back to the drawing board and analyzing again to see what I'm missing, because I still feel like my DreamSnaps are a little bit better, but I'm still missing something. So fingers crossed it's more than 300. That's all we're going for now with this one. So let's see. Okay, there you go. Okay. um Thank you for playing the Journey into Imagination Challenge and sharing your creativity with other Disney Dreamlight Valley players. You scored 60.41 and ranked 46,122. You can claim 900 moonstones, which has been pretty much across the board. Now, keep in mind, the last several DreamSnaps, it seems I've gotten around 900 moonstones. So, hold on, let me claim this. Claiming my DreamSnaps. Okay, but so if you look at my previous one, so 900, 900, 900, 900, 1200, 600. That was one of the first ones I did. 900. Okay. So before I started this journey, I was getting 600 on average. And I think the highest I ever got was 1200. Okay. So I am seeing, looking at this, an increase in my average, just not as much increase as I want. So I think we're on the right path towards figuring out the steps I need to follow, being a design challenge person who doesn't have an eye for this sort of thing. I think we're on the right path, but we need to keep going in that direction in order to get that 900 up, so that we can have an average of at least 2,500 moonstones, which is my goal. It's a modest goal. I don't think I'm ever going to be this person with a 4,000 moonstone streak. So I'm trying to dream more in the realistic. In this, because I'm well aware of my limitations here. But let's see, this is what was submitted. Okay, so it's the Journey to the Imagination was supposed to be an expo. What would you show people who are coming to visit your world? And so I decided to go futuristic and old school. So I did one side futuristic, one side old school, and I wanted an above shot. And so I will say that I can see that the idea was there, the theme was there, but I really think that with the execution, it was a little bit unclear. Like, the clarity of the story I'm trying to tell is still a bit muddled here. So yeah, going back, reviewing it again with this last DreamSnap we just did, I did something different. So hoping that that's gonna, make this 900 streak turn into a 1,500 streak or a 2,500 streak, which would be great. But yeah, still working on it, guys, still figuring it out. And well, that's my results. Let's take a look at the top submissions for this week. Yeah, wow. So I think, just an overall great snap. And you've got the hidden Mickey ears going on. You've got the symmetry on either side. And the character with, the Mickey and Friends characters are there, and the Walt Disney, and Mickey statue behind, and the castle. It's really giving, this is I'm walking into Disneyland, and it's very, very Disney. So you can see why it would win, but for me, it doesn't give expo. It doesn't give imagination. It doesn't give, you know what I mean? But I don't think it really had to. I think with this being such an open-ended DreamSnap, you could have went in any direction and just made a good DreamSnap and it would work. So there's some tables, there's some of the popcorn buckets for the current event, in the snap, and just very much like, okay, I'm doubling down on the Disney idea. And so you can see, why this was very well loved. Some things to notice, like framing wise, very close up. The villagers are well balanced and well placed. There's not a lot of open space. You have this backdrop and background that's very clear, a very clear path from the back to the front. You've got in the foreground kind of like the party tables, like they're having a party hats, things like that. And then in the middle ground, you have, these big statues that are sort of framing the picture, and with these, the Mickey, these Mickey rides, like just on the sides of it, making hidden Mickey ears, right? So you've got the rainbow as the head and the two ears, so you can see the framing is like stellar. And so I'm trying to learn how to figure out how to do this without having an eye for it, right? That's the journey, but we'll see. Let's look at the next one. Oh wow, look at this one. Same thing. A lot of people are using this ride in it and making the hidden Mickey ears with a castle in the middle. So you see it's the same theme as the other one. There's a castle in the middle, there's the Mickey ears, there's the Mickey and Friends characters. You've got these, I don't know what these are called, but like it's sort of like a ribbon thing that maybe you would have at an expo, which is great. I don't have that item, so I wouldn't be able to use it. The balloons everywhere, just like there's a celebration, and then she's wearing her like showman outfit essentially. Like here I am showing you, presenting this to you, but it's very much I'm presenting you Disneyland, right? So you can see where that's going. And again, the framing, she's got the background, she's got the balance back there, and then the middle ground item that's telling a story, like it's the popcorn stands, and yeah, Mickey and Friends characters. Okay, this one is different. So those two are very much in the same theme. And this one is very different. Again, though, you can see the path between the background and the middle ground and the foreground. The characters very close up, very zoomed in. You've got foliage, bright, colorful foliage in the foreground. She's dressed kind of like, I don't know, St. Patrick's Day, maybe kind of Mad Hatter or Leprechaun or something like that. And then in the middle ground, you've got this clear, it looks like a scene from a magical city, and she's got Imagination Land back there and the rainbows, and you can just really see this is this magical scene. So like you can see that, for example, instead of following the prompt, because the prompt is like, an expo, showcase your land, they're really following the title. Like, so the name of the DreamSnap was Journey into Imagination. All of these exemplify journey into imagination. None of them exemplify expo or what the actual description was giving. And in this case, I guess people weren't a stickler for that, because I think in previous DreamSnaps, I feel like you had to read really close the description, and if you were off, you weren't going to get any, and everybody that won was very much on the description. But in this case, it was the opposite. So I think it's just like, it's sort of because it's so much personal opinion. I think when people are voting for these, it's very much like a swipe right, swipe left situation. You have two pictures up, you pick the one you like the best. I think you have to be good at discerning what pops about the subject enough to be very clear of your subject and very clear of your theme, and make it very apparent that you're on theme. And I think that understanding is something that I'm lacking. And I really don't know. It's different every time, right? So yeah, wow, those are the top three. Incredible. So yeah, we'll leave it there. Got a 900 score, It's pretty much what I was expecting for that one, because I'm still learning. But thanks for coming along the ride with me. Thanks for hanging out with me while I try to figure out how to do something I'm definitely not good at. And we'll leave it there. That's all for now. Don't forget to hit subscribe or click that like button. It really helps out the channel. And if you'd like to see this or see more of this, go ahead and drop a comment and say hi. Check out the playlist that we have for all the other attempts that I've made at DreamSnaps. And this is Melanie of Emberheart, wishing you peace, love, and joy. We'll see you soon.
The frost is creeping thick across the glass. The shadows lengthen where the travelers pass. A world of iron skin turned white as bone. No matter face the dark alone. The wind is hungry, howling for the weak, but we have found the sanctuary you seek. Walk into the heat, walk into the flame. Forget the shivering, forget your name. The ember heart is pulsing in the night, a common fire, a wild and holy light. Together we will burn, together we will stand. The